Hello everyone and welcome to the road review. Now today I'll be showing you around the brand new 2020 Audi Q2. I will be discussing my top 5 features of the Audi Q2 and what I personally think of the car. Now, should you buy this 2020 brand new Q2 or should you buy a Xiaomi Pro scooter? Ooh. So the first thing that I really like about this car is, and the thing that stands out the most is the steering on this car. It looks really nice. Now this is the S-Line version, so it's bound to have a really nice steering, but it looks really nice and it feels nice. It looks so sporty in a way. Actually, the airbag it's just circular and it's slick, I'd say, and then you've got the buttons all over the steering where you can change the tracks, you can increase the sound, you can you've got a lot of voice commands on here and all sorts. So yeah, that's the thing that stands out the most for me when I first sat in this car. The second thing that I really like on this Audi Q2 is the infotainment system. It's really super smooth, it's really nice. You get a 7-inch screen on here as well, which comes as standard with I think most cars. It's it's big, it's clear, the lighting on it is really nice. You get CarPlay and Android Auto as well. You can use maps as well, so if you were to use maps, you get this really nice menu that's really slick, I'd say. It moves in a circular fashion, and you click on navigation here and you can navigate to like a certain address, and you move between the letters. And to be honest with you, this infotainment system is, well, let's compare it to a video that I made on the DS7 that I recently made. Now the DS7 you'd get for a similar price to this, however obviously the DS7 is a bit bigger, but let's compare them together because that's also an SUV. So in terms of the infotainment system, this is so much better than the DS7 in my opinion. It's just super smooth, and especially when you just want to search for a certain address, you can just navigate between the letters so much easier than the DS7. The DS7 just always lagged and it just doesn't work as well. Now, in my opinion, there's a huge gulf between the Germans and the French with automotives and cars, but leave that in the comments below and let me know what you guys think and why. Now, another part I really like about the infotainment system, and it kind of complements the infotainment system in a way, is the digital dash. The digital dash is a way of, well, they basically computerize everything on here. So you speedometer, so if you go here, you see your speeds and you see everything, and in the middle here you can obviously have the part that shows you how many miles you've got left and different trip stats about your car. But you can also have your sat nav, and it can tell you where to go. And if you click on view here, it minimizes the speedometer and the rev meter and make them smaller so that you can see the whole of the map in front of you, which saves you a lot of time in terms of, well, it saves you a lot of time and it saves you a lot of, well, effort in terms of, rather than getting your eyes off the road, you keep your eyes on the road, but you can see this in your peripheral vision, which is another really cool feature. Now, another feature I really like about the Audi Q2 is, well, the middle compartment right here. Now, the middle compartment, well, what do most cars have in this middle compartment? Well, I'd say, a few years ago, cars used to, put things like, iPod connectors when, the iPod days were there. And then some cars implemented, like phones, like telecommunication phones in here, like, BMWs in the past and things like that, and Volvo as well. But what has Audi done recently? Well, it's created, well, you've got another USB to charge your phone. You've got aux connector in case you want to connect aux, and I don't think that's going to go out of the window anytime soon, so we'll see. But most importantly, what do we have here? We have a wireless charging pit for your phone, which means that you can charge how many phones? You can charge 3 phones. You've got a USB bit right in the front here, you've got one in here, and most phones come with a wireless charger on the back. Sorry, a wireless charger back of a phone nowadays, and you can literally just drop your phone in here and it will wirelessly charge. And as you can see, I've dropped my phone in here and it started to charge. Now, we've talked about German engineering, but let's talk about the design of this Audi Q2. It just looks really good. In my opinion, it's one of the best looking SUVs in, well, in its category, I'd say. Well, let's compare it to a GLA, for example. Now, the Mercedes GLA, I think this looks a lot better than a GLA because the front of it is a lot bigger and it's got a really nice grille. The grille on this car just looks, it looks a lot more sleeker than Mercedes. Well, have a look. Now, in most SUVs, like the GLA, for example, you get a window in here which allows more light into the car. Now, a little bit of a downside to this is you don't actually have a window. You've got this panel covering the back rear side, which makes it, well, it just allows less light into the car. It's a bit disappointing, but however, the back of this car looks really nice. Now you get a large amount of storage in here. I'd say it's relatively big enough to fit a pram in if you're a family man. Well, the seats can fold as well. There you go, so you get a large amount of storage space in here, so you get to fit whatever you want in here. So say for example, you're fitting a scooter in here, you can fit directly and really easily in here. And there you go. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on my new video. Thank you very much and stay safe everyone.